So, talking about cutting your edit down, I thought I'd bring Michael Del Monte in. Mikey, you've worked on many feature-length films. Talk to me about cutting down Transformer. You had a film that's now on Netflix, so if you're in the US or many other countries, you can watch it on Netflix. But you had delivery specs. You actually had to get it within seconds, essentially, of a certain delivery time. But you had to make some tough decisions.
Yeah, that was a broadcast, so their runtime was 78 minutes. So it was a 90-minute TV slot, 78 runtime on the picture. And so, I think, I can't remember the first rough cut, what it came in at, maybe around 90 minutes, which is, not crazy amount to cut down.
Yeah.
And we had to, we just had to start looking at, how do you take 12 minutes out of something? So, the first thing that I tend to look at is whether these ideas or emotions or themes, whatever it is, whether this is a repeatable action, right? So, the example I'd share is we had filmed this dramatic moment of the main character who was a former U.S. Marine when she was a man, and she was meeting up with her Marine buddies.
Because she transitioned to become a woman.
She transitions in the film. The film's about her struggle to leave her masculinity and transition to being a woman, and whether she even wants to do it, but she feels she has to. So, we filmed this epic scene where she meets up with her Marine buddies for the first time. They're seeing her as this 250-pound woman.
Hey, baby.
Hey.
How's it going?
What's up, man? How you doing?
Good to see you.
Give me a blow. Give me a blow. How you doing?
Good. Good to see you.
Nice to see you.
How's it going, man?
Hello, brother.
Nice to see you. Hey, how's it going? Long time. Really long time.
Yeah, like 20 years.
What's new with you?
No, not much.
You apparently
Same
had
old
something
same.
you wanted to tell us. I'm not sure what.
Yeah, no, nothing important.
You drinking?
Uh,
You drinking?
water.
See,
Okay.
she's already buying
What'd I say? I was gonna buy her a drink as soon as I saw her. What are you drinking? Water?
Water.
Do
Yeah,
you want
water.
like that vodka water, or what do you?
Maybe, well, I don't know. Maybe I'll do a glass of wine later.
All right, let me know, cause I will buy her a drink.
Get her something fruity.
Yeah.
Oh, that's for.
So I remember filming that and being like, this is amazing.
Yeah,
I
this-
can't believe we did
yeah.
this. And then we get to the edit, and you're watching the film again, and you're just trying to think about it objectively, which isn't easy to do when you're the director. And you're like, we've done this trick before.
Yeah.
We have the reaction already, and we had it way stronger earlier when Janae, the main character, when she met her mom for the first time as a woman.
When Matt first called me, for a while I grieved. I couldn't sort my feelings. I thought, why in the hell am I? But it was almost like Matt died. And I talked to my middle son, and he said the same thing. He said, I love Matt. I don't know this, Janae. Matt is my buddy, my brother. We grew up. We did the guy things, and it's hard. You grieve, you hate it, you hide it. You don't want to talk about it. Living in this area, people say, well, how's Matt doing? I said, he's fine. That's all I say. I don't talk about it. But as a mother, it's the hardest thing I've dealt with. It's like a death. And people will say, nah, it's not. To me, it is. I agree. You cry.
And that trumped it by a mile. So it's like, we don't need to do this again, especially 20 minutes left in the film.
Well, that's exactly, those are the points I was talking about. Was if you're looking at a scene and you're saying, do I need to cut this scene down? You ask yourself, does it provide new information?
Right.
And so in that case, that's the first question you ask yourself. Is this new information for the film? Well, it's not really. We've already seen Janae's mother react going, wow, like you've changed. So is that new information that people in Janae's life are going to be surprised about our transition? Not really. So that makes it, that puts it on the chopping block. You don't have to necessarily cut it down.
Yeah. And it's, I wouldn't say it's, it's not exactly a science, as the art of documentary.
Of course.
It's not mathematic. Like, it's not to say you can't do it again, but there needs to be something different.
Well, that's what I'm saying. That's new. When I say new information, I mean, you saw if Janae's processing differently and she's changing in the film, then that is adding to the tension. That's adding to your theme, and that's providing new. We're seeing Janae progress as a character. They're growing, because it's always about showing your character transforming. I mean, your film is called Transform.
And let me say this: is that it really depends on what film you're making.
Totally.
Okay, so this was a broadcast film. This wasn't a do whatever I want art house film that I was going to make the decisions I wanted.
You probably would have left that in.
You may have left it in, you know, because I tend to like films where they show the character doing the same thing over and over, because I love the theme of repetition in humans' lives, that we, you know, we're creatures of habit, and even bad things, we do it over and over again. So in that way, you know, maybe I would have kept it. But, you know, when you're delivering this to, let's call it a client, you know, it just didn't fit. And I think the general rule, especially if this is one of your first films, is just try to move the train along, right?
Yeah.